Iron Lords podcast.
Waiting for the red light. All right. Iron Lord podcast, lordsofgaming.net. I'm Lord Cognito. Who's this fine gentleman that we had in the realm once again making his return?
I'm Cyril Lagaric, so I'm the main programmer on the game.
Awesome. Now, Streets of Rage, fan favorite. We saw it here last year. The leaps and bounds that you guys have made between last year and this year is phenomenal. So quickly tell us about, we just saw the 4-player co-op, which is amazing. The entire Lords, we'll have that up on Lords of Gaming to play that. So let's talk about that mode first, real quick. You know, what inspired you guys to say, you know what, let's just go all out 4-player local co-op?
I thought people would like it. And,
that's a good answer.
People would like it. Yeah, but who doesn't want to play 4-player? So we just with the new combo system we have, we knew that it could work.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be interesting to try to tag team play enemies to.
Yes.
And because now it's widescreen,
yes,
compared to all the games,
yes,
so we have more screen real estate. So we thought it would work, so we just put 4-player and it worked, and then we tweaked some stuff. So we allowed, for example, for friendly fire to be switched off.
Off, I noticed. Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
Because you can switch it on if you want, but at 4 players, it's very hard to play.
Very chaotic. very chaotic. Now, what about difficulty scaling and also the game in relationship to the single? Is it, well, it changes, is it completely different from a stage-wise, or we're playing through the basic Streets of Rage 4, but with 4-player co-op and difficulty scaling?
So it's the same stage, but you do less damage.
Okay.
Basically. So you have an opportunity, and because you do big combos to enemies at 4-player, it works quite well. In some situation, when you play multiplayer, there are more enemies, and you can always, if you want, there are going to be difficulty levels that range from the very easy to the crazy.
So we can spike it.
So you can spike it if you want. If you think it's too easy, you
and do we have achievements and trophies maybe to reward that level of difficulty that we may spike?
Yes, you had a reward if you play at higher difficulty, of course.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm hyped. So that was 4-player, but we got some other stuff to show today, right? So let's get into what we have going on today. Let's get into it. What do we got?
So we also have a new character that we just announced.
Yes,
Floyd. Woo. So Floyd is
big
he's a big guy. So a big guy from he's a Maori.
Okay.
So he's from New Zealand. Okay. And so he lost his arms, and Dr. Zan built him robotic arms.
Nice story transition. I like that. Nice.
So, and with his arm, so he's a grappling character, of course.
Right.
He can grapple character. He has a cannon in his arm. He can do a special, and it's the first character in Streets of Rage that can grab an enemies and walk around.
Yes.
Enemy and throw him and grab 2 enemies and do
boom. Yo, listen. I must be admit, I'm a Max fanboy. I was a little hurt at first Max wasn't there, but I have to admit, seeing Floyd made me forget.
Don't say that.
Listen, if Max is in there, we'd like to have him too. But hey, Max, it's okay. We got Floyd. But yo, great character design. Also, since we last saw you, I believe you had Cherry, right? Cherry, which is Adam's daughter, and Adam, who we didn't know at the time. Last time I interviewed, we just had Blaze and Axel, but now we've got the whole team. Again, Adam, his daughter. So Adam is a huge fan favorite. We love the design. Was he always on the top of the list to return?
Yes.
Ooh,
and we had to restrain.
Yes, you were keeping it
to have announced it.
Yes.
We since the beginning we wanted to have, and especially since we announced the game, so that we saw that everybody wanted Adam. So we said,
the number one request.
If we hesitated when we announced the game, we didn't hesitate after that.
Nice.
So we had to put Adam, and it's nice to have the team for the first one working together for the first time.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
That's awesome.
And Adam is very interesting because we have Axel and Blaze returning that play that has the same moves, more moves, but also the same moves that in the old one. But Adam, because it was only Streets of Rage 1, it's like a new character.
Yes.
So it's a returning character and also a new character
Yes.
in terms of how he plays.
And the animations that you guys did, I believe, Hyde, you were playing with them. They were really cool, almost like some dragon animation, some yellow flame. Like the special moves that he has look really cool. So like you said, it was almost like reimagining an old character that had a limited moveset because he was only in one game, but then now he gets this whole new moveset to catch up with everybody. That's pretty cool. Last question I got with that and the 4-player was, now I know the new consoles are coming, right? And we know currently right now 4-player local co-op, right? 2-player online.
Yes.
Right? At any point, is there a possibility of 4-player online? Maybe? Maybe with the bigger console?
We'll see, maybe. We'll see in patches.
Okay, patches.
Maybe.
We like patches.
In patches. I can't say.
We can't say.
We're focused on getting the game out with online co-op, with online co-op 2 players, so you can play with a friend. If you had a friend that you played when you were little, that's not in the same city anymore. So now you can play with him and remember.
Awesome.
So that's nice. And if you're in the couch with 4 people, you can have a crazy party. So yes. So that's what we managed to do. And
that's awesome.
I think so, yeah.
So that's awesome. So let's get into it, man. Speaking of couch, let's get right into it. Let's see what we got going on today that you're ready to show us.
So
yes, please.
Want me to sit on the floor?
Yeah, I'll sit
Okay,
there.
let's play. We can play 3 players. If
Okay.
you want. We don't have the.
No,
3.
2 is fine. 2 is fine.
Let's
That's
play
fine.
2 players.
Yeah, 2 is fine.
Okay. Let's play together.
Now, I see that you only have the 5 players right now. Are you guys going to add more characters or unlocks maybe when you complete stages? Or have you guys decided to do any of that?
Yeah, like, are they all available from the start? Maybe.
Not everyone is available from the start, but it's gonna be unlocked very fast.
Very fast. Gotcha. And there is Cherry, we believe is Axel's daughter. I mean Adam's daughter, which is
Who do
also.
you want me to take? Floyd, maybe? I want to take
Let's
Floyd.
get. Yeah, let's get. Let's get.
Or maybe you want. Let's have
Yeah, let's have Adam. Yeah, let's have Adam. He's a fan favorite. Woo! The classic.
Oh, explosion!
Nice. The animations that you guys are using, even with him walking, you can see with Adam.
Yeah.
It is tremendous.
Rage.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Switch of Rage is because of him. So it's great animation, but by the artistic art director Ben Fique.
Yes.
That's not here. You met him.
I met him last year. Yes.
Yes. So he's very
Tremendous
He
job.
has done a tremendous job on the game.
Now, as far now we know it's coming on multiple platforms. We had Xbox, PlayStation, Switch.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Switch is concerned, because it's a lesser console, were you guys had any issues as far as porting? Were you able to get pretty much everything faithfully in the Switch version as well?
Yeah, it's gonna be faithful to the other version.
Nice.
Yeah. The Switch version is gonna be the same.
Now, will Switch also have the 4-player co-op mode?
Yes.
Wow!
Yeah,
Switch gang.
It's gonna have the 4-player co-op and online,
Awesome.
like all the versions.
Awesome. Now, as far as where we are right now, are we at the very beginning of the game? Or are we at a certain subsection of the game?
Here it's level 3.
Okay, so we're about level 3 right now.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We have Adam and his daughter. Oh, the pimp slap. The big guys. Dude, even the enemies, man, they're so hilarious. Vintage Streets of Rage. Some returning guys and some new guys. I say you guys made some decisions on some new characters.
Yeah, there are new enemies. Yes, we wanted to have returning and new enemies. So you have these guys, that's a new enemy. And all enemies have their behavior. So this guy has his hand in the pockets.
Yes,
so,
I love that animation.
So he's more, he stay at the distance.
The distance.
He's a sneaky character.
Yes, and with the headbutts.
Yeah.
Now these are Big Ben is a classic. So funny. Big Ben has been around for a long time. Debuted, I remember Streets of Rage 2 baseball stadium, I think. Right? I think that's where we saw Ben at.
Streets 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Streets 1. Excuse me. You are correct. You are correct. He just looked better in 2.
So we have a big combo going here.
Okay.
42 hits.
Wow. Tell us about the combo system. Yeah. How does this work? How do you initiate and set off combos?
So you just have to continue hitting enemies. So you can hit different enemies to keep your combo.
Keep it going. Okay.
But if you get hit, if anyone gets hit, it breaks.
Gotcha.
So you bigger the combo you make, the bigger your points
Okay.
you get at the end.
Okay.
The most points you get. But if you get hit one time in the combo, you lose
That breaks
everything. So it's how you have the great player are gonna differentiate.
Okay.
Now with your
Because
health, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, look up here.
And sorry.
No, I was gonna say because the health bar is green. Does that like regenerate over time?
It
Or does that work?
regenerates if you hit enemies. So
Okay.
your health bar become green if you use Y moves. So
Okay.
special moves. And if you hit enemies, it regenerates. But if you get a hit, you lose all your green bar.
Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
gotcha.
we have mechanism like that, and you can if you can grab the weapon with. if you
Now, old school Streets of Rage, when the special moves were initiated, was energy lost at that point? Are we still kind of having that system, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's with the special. So you see, you have the green bar.
Yes.
So you lose energy, but you have a chance to regain it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That's cool. That's cool. And again, now back to classic mode where friendly fire is back on, right?
Yeah. Here we have friendly fire on, so it's very different.
Yes.
And we wanted to vary the situation. For example, in this level, you're on a line. You can't move in. So it's you have to be careful with these
Yes.
enemies and manage your distance.
And like you said, the way they operate AI-wise, those guys like to keep their distance,
Yeah.
and they're sneaky.
Yeah, they're sneaky. So
I love it. I love it. And I also love the design that you guys have. Like we saw the train level earlier. You know, I also like those stages like this where they're all kind of tight and restrictive, and you know, it's a different kind of aspect to fighting, which is pretty cool.
yeah, you really try to. With a beat 'em up, it's really what we try to do in this game is to vary the situation. So it's going to be a beat 'em up all the time. So it's always fighting, but we vary situation. For example, this boss is Nora.
Nora.
Returning.
Yes.
So she hit Galcias and they become stronger.
She whips them into shape.
She whips them into shape. So
love
you have to watch for her and to avoid them being more powerful because they're very
awesome.
annoying when they're
This is awesome. Now, as far we know, Sega has given you guys the green light as far as, you know, the characters and things of that nature. Like, how has it been working with Sega and just bringing back these classic enemies, classic characters? How has it been working with them?
It's been great working with them. They what they do is they give us feedback. They take care that everything stays in brand, that it's not too far from what people expect and what
Nice.
Streets of Rage has always been. So we had a very good working relationship with Sword Strike.
How do you do that? And what is that?
That's the star move.
That's the star
That's
move.
the special move. So you have to choose when to use them in the level.
Awesome. Now, you made some good points in reference to Sega and their influence and stuff. Have there ever been a situation where we may have pushed back on a design and say, hey, we don't think that falls in line? Or for the most part, they've been pretty helpful?
They have been pretty helpful. They didn't have put back a lot of what we did.
Nice.
I think, but we try to stay faithful to the originals anyway. So let's finish the boss.
So close, so close. Cherry, there we go. There we go. I
So
love
did you make it
Nice.
now so like you can still jump over the characters and like hit them from behind and stuff like that, or is it like depend upon if there's a screen side, like if you're like trying to jump against the side of the wall? Because I tried
so
before, I
enemies-
was like I wasn't able to.
Okay, it depends. So enemies have a tendency to bounce on the side of the wall. But when you're two player, maybe they can go out of the screen. Only if you play two player, because if there one player on the right is gonna have the camera here, but most of the time enemy cannot go out of the screen.
Gotcha.
So you're not gonna hit enemies out of the screen.
Oh, okay.
That's something we wanted to change. So with wall bounce and stuff like that. So for example, with Floyd, you can take an enemy, throw him on the wall, he's gonna bounce, and then you can grab him again, maybe with a special
continue.
move,
Continue to do
and
it.
continue to juggle.
Nice.
A lot of we're pretty eager to see what player will find, because you
Okay.
can chain a lot of moves together, especially in 4 players. So
Nice. Love
So,
that move. Dude, this
yeah.
it is tremendous where it's come. It's looking phenomenal. We are super excited. And as far as right now, again, we got the new character, we got the features. We got play online with a friend, obviously. How's as far as the online lobbies and stuff like that? How simple is it to kind of get that situated to get online with people?
It's gonna be very, very simple. Obviously, it's like you start a game,
Okay.
and you say, okay, now I want to play online, and you open a lobby, and then you have your friend that's gonna come in the lobby, and or you can invite him, of course, if
Right.
it's your friend,
Right.
or you can do a public.
So you can randomly
right.
just pick anybody
And
that
You
wants to
can
play.
you can open a game and,
So like
and
host
wait
it.
for anybody to come, or you can invite a friend.
Now-
So that's a two-way to play.
So if, let's say, for example, I host a game, and can I start a game and someone join me in process, or we wait in the lobby and then start together and then join?
yeah, you have to start together. But
Right.
when you play together, then you can continue playing and go in other game modes and stuff like
Nice.
that while staying connected. So it's really you bound, and then you can play in various
Right.
ways, change characters and things like
And
that.
the person who, I'll give you that question, and that person who hosts the lobby, he could, do we have to obviously have to do it from one playthrough, or we can say start at stage 3 and then continue on? Do we have the option, the flexibility?
Yeah, you have the flexibility. So if you were at stage 3, you can start to take your save game, start a lobby, and someone can join you. So it's really flexible. So anything you can, any mode you can play locally, you can play online the same way. And so the host is gonna keep his save game, and you have someone
nice.
that comes help him.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah,
exactly the same question I was going to ask.
Yeah,
That's the same question.
because I was like, because you know how it is, somebody's ahead of some people,
Yeah.
and that's a great feature. So pretty much the host has that, they have that advantage. This is
Yeah.
really cool, man. Streets of Rage 4, we are extremely excited. Cyril's back in the building. Now I know it's coming, hopefully coming soon. Are we getting close to a release date anytime soon, sir?
In spring, it's gonna be out in spring.
Okay. Dude, we cannot wait. This is a childhood dream. I'm very proud of you guys. The Temple, Guard Crush, Lizard Cube. This is amazing. Absolute pleasure to have you
Thank
around,
you,
sir.
thank you very much.
Absolute
Thank you.
pleasure.
It's been a
Streets of Rage
pleasure.
4 Iron Lord Podcast approved.